So I see some questions already coming in, and we want to see some love. So go ahead and show us some likes, and to keep the momentum and the spirit going this Monday evening. So we are live on YouTube. So hi YouTube friends, hi TikTok friends, and hi Facebook friends. So I am chatting on 3 phones this evening. So I would like to see your questions come in. I do have a lot of questions that are popping up on TikTok, so I'm going to get straight to those questions. But first, let me reintroduce myself. I am Immigration Attorney Gail Seeram, hashtag GailLaw. We've been practicing immigration law for 25 years, 20 years in Orlando. But with immigration law, it's federal law. It doesn't matter that we are physically in Orlando. We actually help clients all around the world, all over the United States and all over the world with their immigration questions, people who are trying to come to the U.S., unite families. So we are here to help. We've been named one of only 7 immigration lawyers named in the Orlando Magazine and by U.S. News and World Report for the past 7 years. And, we are here to help you this evening. We're here to answer your immigration questions. We would love if you would ask us some questions, or if you just want to stay tuned and learn a little bit more about immigration, then we are more than welcome to have you join our conversation this evening. So I'm going to go into some questions, and I'm going to say hi to some of our friends. I'm going to say hi to Omar, Omish, Maz. Thank you guys. Latch, thank you for joining us. Even today alone, I got a lot of questions about deportation. Okay. Now, why would someone be deported from the U.S.? And I see this is a question. Someone may be deported from the U.S. because maybe they entered illegally and they overstayed. And just being a simple overstay, if you come across law enforcement, you can actually be deported. You would have a day in court. You have to show what is your opportunity or your right to stay in this country. If you do have a pathway to gain residency, if you can't show that, you'll be deported. If you're a green card holder, a permanent resident, and you've committed certain crimes, such as a crime of violence, crime involving moral turpitude, aggravated felony, even drug offenses, you can also be deported. So I see one of our friends here was deported since 1970, and he wants to come back. So we do offer a free consultation. However, when there is a prior filing, prior arrest, or prior deportation, then we do charge $100 for the consultation. And that's because we have to dig a little bit deeper. We have to get a little bit more information. We have to review a little bit more documents. So we charge $100 for this consultation. So if you go to our website, GailLaw.com, you will see there will be a link to book an appointment online. When you click book an appointment online, you actually look at my schedule, look at your schedule, and you set an appointment to talk to me. Again, if you have a prior filing, prior arrest, prior deportation, it's $100 for the consultation. And then we'll ask for you to send us some documents so we can review. And then we'll advise you, Omar, what options you have to return to the U.S. The most important thing I like to see when someone's been deported is anyone who's been deported or removed from this country gets a piece of paper from immigration. Whether they physically give it to you or not, it is in your file, and we can order your file, and we will see how long are you banned from returning to the U.S., okay? And with that, we can see what options are available. We need to see if any potential qualifying family members who can also file for you. If you are just joining us, I am Immigration Attorney Gail Law, hashtag Gail Law. Go ahead and just on your internet search, your Google search, your Bing search, your Safari search, just put hashtag, which is $ Gail Law, GailLaw. And my website will come up, my social media will come up. We've only been doing this for 25 years. We have a lot of content out on the internet. I invite you to go to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook. We have a group page, which is my U.S. immigration lawyer. So follow us on all these social media platforms as we try to give you guys immigration info. So that's what we're doing tonight, this Monday evening, is giving you guys some immigration info. Okay, moving on to our next question. Can a religious worker be eligible for portability? Okay, so religious workers, that's a bit of a complicated question. I would need a little bit more information if that's just a non-immigrant or an immigrant. But in general, our office right now is just handling family-based immigration, and we are not handling any employment or investment-based immigration. How can I get a gold star on my ID? Well, a gold star means that DMV has verified your immigration status. And that is now the requirement for the gold star, and that's for Florida IDs. That gold star is required under the U.S. Patriot Act, which is a law that went into effect after 9/11, asking to verify all immigrants' status before they get a driver's license, and which means the driver's license is compliant under the Real ID Act, so that ID could be used for federal purposes. So to get a gold star, you have to show you have a valid work permit, you have a green card, or that you are a U.S. citizen. So that's how you get that gold star, okay? Oops. I am reviewing some of our questions. I invite you all to like and share. Like and share. I see we're almost close to 200 likes on TikTok. Thank you, friends. But we want to share this immigration info session with all of our friends out there this evening on social media. Okay, I'm going to go into answering some more questions. Encourage more viewers to share. Padmadvati, that's what I'm trying to do. Everyone, please share, share, share. If you share, then we'll get more interaction. We'll get more people joining us. We'll get more questions and keep everybody more informed on immigration info. So share this view as much as you can. What if you overstay and you have an American-born child? If you overstay and you have an American-born child, that child has to be 21 before that child can file for you, okay? So once that child is 21, then that child can file for you as a parent, and that process is a 1-year process, okay? If you overstayed, your child's still deemed an American. I get that question often. I entered, I overstayed, I had this child. Is the child still a citizen? Yes, the child is still a U.S. citizen, even though you have overstayed. Because under the U.S. Constitution, we have birthright citizenship. Once you are born in the United States, you are a citizen, regardless of what your parents' citizenship is. In some countries, you cannot acquire citizenship unless your parents are citizens of that country, but that is not the rule here in the United States. How long does USCIS take to process an approved I-45 expedited request? You know, these expedited requests are not so expedited from what I am seeing. So if the I-45, and this is for 305 kids, if the I-45 is based on an I-130 based on marriage to a U.S. citizen, each case is different, but normally we're seeing it about 9 to 12 months. But every case is different because based on the amount of documents that you submitted and the facts of your particular case, it may take longer. You know, some stronger cases get adjudicated or a decision is made sooner, and cases that maybe you didn't supplement with enough documents, those cases may take a little bit longer, okay? Now, you know, I want to share my email address, gail@GailLaw.com. But again, I encourage you all to go to our website, GailLaw.com, GailLaw.com. We do offer a free consultation on your immigration matter. Once it is a first-time case where you have no prior filing, have no arrest, so have no prior removal or deportation. So if you would like to set a consultation, go to our website, GailLaw.com, hit the blue button so you can book your appointment online. You will see my schedule and you'll be able to book your appointment, okay? Can I be deported even if I have health issues? Yes, if you have a final order of deportation, then yes, you can be deported, okay? If you can ask for a delay in the deportation, that is at the discretion of the ICE officer, whether they want to delay it based on your health issues. But once you've been ordered deported, they do not have to delay your deportation, okay? Can someone sponsor a parent if they are not U.S. citizens? No, Melissa, unfortunately. You have to be a U.S. citizen to file for a parent. So if you're a green card holder and you meet the requirements for citizenship, then you should become a citizen, because only a citizen could file for a parent outside or inside the U.S., and only a U.S. citizen could file for a sibling. Okay, but the sibling has to be outside the U.S. Whoa, I just got a notification. 1,000 likes this evening on TikTok. Amazing. Thank you all. I'm glad you're enjoying the session. Moving on to our next question. Can F1 apply for a green card? Yes. Again, it depends. I'm assuming this F1, it depends on if the F1, or F1 means a student, someone here in the US on a student visa. If the F1 is being sponsored by a U.S. citizen spouse or maybe a green card holder spouse, the process and my answer will differ. We'll be more than happy to set a consultation with you to go through the steps of the process once I gather a little bit more information. Okay. You don't need to review nothing. I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. Okay. Well, you see, this is the other thing, is that when we're dealing with anyone who's been deported or any immigration case, unfortunately, I have to go with the legal documents, just like a judge would. You can't go to court and just tell a judge, well, this is the process, this is what happened, and take my word for it, okay? When you go to court, you have to provide legal documents, and that's what I would need when I'm reviewing a case. We need legal documents, okay? So we have to review documents because that's what we have to go by. Unfortunately, not by word of mouth, because anybody could say anything. Immigration's federal law. When you go to court, it's federal law. When you're dealing with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, it's law, and we have to provide documents. So if you want to set a consultation with our office, we will require to review documents, as would a judge and as would an officer, okay? So please keep that in mind. If my I-130, and that's my response to Omar, okay? But again, more than happy to help you, $100 for that consultation. You will need to upload your documents for me to review. My I-130 got approved before the interview to have a better chance of getting the green card. Well, the I-130 just means, and this is for Thick Chef, the I-130 just means that you got approved on your relationship, your marriage, okay? I've seen, we have a lot of cases where the I-130 is approved, but the I-45 goes for an interview. So just because the I-130 is approved doesn't mean the I-45 is going to automatically get approved. So you will still have to wait on a decision for the I-45. You may get a request for evidence, you may get an interview, or you may get an approval. So those are going to be your three options. How long does administrative process normally take? So I'm assuming this is for a wife who's outside the United States, SACAR. Administrative process, that just means, that's a fancy way of saying we are reviewing your case. So if your case is put in administrative review at the embassy, that means they're reviewing, they're investigating, they're reviewing documents, requesting documents. They have not received enough facts and information to make a decision. So give them their time to review, and maybe they're missing something, maybe they're waiting on something, and then they will make a decision, okay? How long for an interview for a green card after marriage? It all depends on if you use an attorney or not. And I say this because a lot of times when people file on their own, they don't submit the right documents, they get requests for evidence, there are errors on the petition, which may trigger an interview. So that's why it's always best to use an attorney. And our office will be more than happy to set a free consultation if you meet the guidelines to tell you the process and the fees. But if everything was properly submitted, an interview can take 9 to 12 months. But right now, in marriage cases for adjustment of status in the U.S., in certain cases, there are no interviews, and they just will send you a conditional green card, which if you've been married for less than 2 years in a marriage-based filing, you will get a 2-year conditional card. At the end of the 2 years, when the card expires, before that card expires, you have to file a petition to remove the conditions and ask for the full 10-year card, okay? If you do not file that petition, then your status will be terminated. So it's very important that you file that petition, okay? Why does applications for citizenship cost over $600? Well, fees at DOLA, fees don't go down. Fees always go up, unfortunately. And again, you are talking to Immigration Attorney Gail Seeram. We are live here with our friends on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Thank you all for joining us this Monday evening. You're speaking with Immigration Attorney Gail Seeram. We have been successfully practicing immigration law for the last 25 years. Our office is in the Orlando area. We do offer a free consultation. Visit our website, GailLaw.com. At this moment, I will ask all of you to hit share, 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 like. Let everybody see that you are getting some very valuable immigration information. Maybe they have a question that they may want answered. So let's try to help a friend out this evening and share this video, share this live with your friends. And yeah, so citizenship, and I have bad news for you, Adiola. Immigration fees are going up once again. Effective April 1st, 2024, all immigration fees are going up. So right now, the fee for immigration is $725, but the fees are going up. Okay. Okay, so let's see, a lot of questions here. And again, our friends on Facebook, feel free to ask us a question. I'm scrolling through. A lot of our questions are coming through TikTok. I-130 was filed in 2020, no approval. Callie, Kally, filed for who? Who did you file that petition for? A spouse, a parent, a child, married, child unmarried. I want to bring my sister. What do I do? A U.S. citizen filing for a sister is a 15-year backlog right now, and your sister will have to remain in her native country while waiting for the process. So we can help you with that. We can help you to start that process, okay? So go to our website, GailLaw.com. Call us, 407-292-7730. Of course, it's 7 o'clock at night. No one's there to answer the phones, but leave a message, send us a text. So send us a text to 407-292-7730 if you're in the U.S., and you will get an automatic text asking you to go to our website to set an appointment. If you are on WhatsApp, we are also on WhatsApp also. So hit us up on WhatsApp, 407-353-1363. Again, all of this is available on our website. Just go to your internet search engine, whether that's Google, Bing, Safari, and hashtag the number sign GailLaw, hashtag GailLaw. We'll be more than happy to set a consultation with you. I'm a green card holder. I just gave birth in Jamaica. How can I bring my baby back to the USA? Well, if you're a green card holder, Henry, again, we would love to have a consultation with you and advise you of that process. A green card holder can file for a child, so you would have to go through the process of filing for that child. And right now, for green card holders filing for children under 21, it's about a 2-3 year wait. But you have to go through the process to file for that child. How can I bring my child to the U.S.? I'm still a green card holder. Again, green card holders can file for children, but it is a 2 to 3 year wait time. I am resident of New York. I want to file for my husband in Guyana. Well, again, this actually falls in the same category. A permanent resident, which is a green card holder, filing for a spouse, and a permanent resident filing for a child under 21 are the same categories, okay? And that backlog right now is about a 2 to 3 year backlog with the spouse and with the child waiting outside the United States. So that category did actually take a little bit longer. It retrogressed last year, so it's taking a bit longer for that process. But U.S. citizen filing for spouse, U.S. citizen filing for child under 21 is taking about 2 to 3 years, okay? Again, free consultation. If you've never filed a petition before, never been arrested, never had a deportation proceeding, first time doing this immigration process, give us a call, 407-292-7730. That is a number that you can send a text to. Text 407-292-7730. WhatsApp 407-353-1363. Hashtag us on any of your internet search engines. Hashtag GailLaw. Hashtag GailLaw to find our website, which our website is GailLaw.com, also GailLaw.com. We have been practicing immigration law for 25 years. There are a lot of newbies. It's sure if you go on YouTube and you Google, you're going to find a whole bunch of immigration attorneys. That's fine. Make sure you see how long they've been practicing immigration law. And are they practicing immigration law along with criminal law, estate law, civil law? Because if they're just throwing immigration there in the mix of everything else, they may not be as knowledgeable in immigration as a law office like ours that just does 100% immigration, okay? That's all we do is immigration. Our law office is dedicated to the practice of immigration law, okay? If your green card is expired, oops, that question just disappeared on me. Let me try to find that back again. If your green card expired, can you still file for your spouse? No, you're going to have to renew that green card. We need you to renew that green card, Shari, okay? But once you renew the green card, you'll be able to file for your spouse, okay? We can even use, when you file to renew the green card, you'll get a receipt notice that extends your green card for 2 years. We'll use your green card with the extension, and we could be able to file. Adjustment of status is taking 9 to 12 months. We are up to 1,200 likes in just 30 minutes. That is awesome. Thank you so much, friends, this evening for trusting me and taking your busy evening to listen to us this evening, giving you some immigration info. Our goal is to try to help you guys to make the right decisions and take the right steps to get the right immigration info, so at the end of the day, you get your legal status here in the United States. The questions are really piling in. I'm trying my best to read them. How long? Adjustment status, 9 to 12 months. I'm here for 30 years. How can I get through with a green card? If you've been here and, if you've overstayed, so you already entered and you already overstayed, like our friend here, then your only option is going to be marriage to a U.S. citizen if you're already in the U.S., or if you have a child over 21 that's a U.S. citizen, okay? If you're a citizen and you want to file for your wife who's in Jamaica, that's a 1-year process with 3 steps, and we'd be more than happy, and this is user ending in 457, more than happy to set a free consultation. Send us a text, 407-292-7730, or just go to our website, GailLaw.com, GailLaw.com. Hit the blue button to set an appointment with our office. An I-131 pending for 14 months. Yes, I am seeing that, Con. You're not the only one. So you're asking for advanced parole. Maybe you filed that based on marriage to a U.S. citizen. I am seeing it take that long. It's not right. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality, okay? 14 months since you filed for adjustment of status, Theo. Yes, just keep checking your status. It just means that they're reviewing it. When I see cases, Theo, taking that long, it normally means that you're going to be set for an interview, because normally our cases that are not going to have interviews, those cases normally get approved within 9 months. So if it's taking that long, it means that they're looking to set you for an interview. Even, if with our other friend, Dress to Impress, even if your I-130 is approved, you still could be looking at an interview for the I-45. Just because the I-130 is approved without an interview doesn't mean the I-45 is approved without an interview. The two are two separate petitions that stand on their own, okay? Sue, you filed for your daughter. She had a baby. Congratulations. Didn't get to add the baby. Yes, you can add the baby. If the file, or when the file is at the Visa Center, it is at that time that you would send the birth certificate and ask the Visa Center to add the child. Again, if your case is pending the Visa Center, or when it is pending the Visa Center, our office will be more than happy to assist you with that. If the file is at the embassy and the visa has not been issued yet, they just have to give the birth certificate to the embassy. You have to pay the fees, and the embassy will include that child. So that child can be included. So because that is a prior filing, that is a consultation, that would be $100 that we would charge you. So if you go to our website, GailLaw.com, GailLaw.com, book appointment, pay the $100 and set your consultation, and we'll be able to advise you on how to get that child. Thank you for all the hearts and all the love. I really appreciate it. We are up to 1,600 likes. I really appreciate all of you guys tuning in, listening to us, giving us your questions, because without your questions, you would just be sitting here in silence. So the questions really keep the session going and keep everybody entertained. 7 months ago, I had my interview in Houston for a green card. No answer yet. You can do an inquiry if you go to my website, GailLaw.com, and you scroll down to the bottom after all of the TV interviews. On the left-hand side, I do have a link for USCIS status inquiry, and you can click that, and you're going to click case outside of normal processing, ACBAR, and put in your receipt number for your interview, whether it was on the I-130, I-45, and do an inquiry. That's going to be your best option. If we unfortunately wouldn't be able to help you with an inquiry because we were not your attorneys that prepared the petition, so we cannot do the inquiry. How can I bring my child over 21 and marriage and one kid? So a U.S. citizen can file for a married child over 21. Right now, it's about an 8 to 10 year wait, though. But just put the petition in and file. If you would like our office to assist you, we'll be more than happy to help you. Just, again, go to our website, GailLaw.com, hit the blue button, and just schedule your appointment. It's a free consultation. We just ask that you upload your ID and give us a brief overview of what you're trying to do. If you, though, have a prior arrest, prior filing, prior deportation, it is $100. We do have a link where you make the payment and you still proceed to upload your documents. So a lot of this you can do right from your phone. We're trying to make it very easy for you. 2,000 likes. Thank you guys very much. And go ahead, please. Share, share, share. I see, yes, you're filing your taxes. And what are your questions, Nisha Prasad, if you're filing your taxes? How long does it take to get a green card after marrying? That's going to be about 9 to 12 months. And adjustment of status also in the U.S. is about 9 to 12 months. But, don't go by these set time frames, because I have thousands of cases. And every case is different. Every case gets approved in a different time because there's a different officer looking at every case. Some officers require more. Some officers are fine with less. So it depends on the officer, okay? Can I adjust my status by myself while filing for taxes? Adjustment of status is based normally on marriage to a U.S. citizen. So we will need to see what your adjustment of status is based on. Do you refer I-130 consular process and e-filing taxes? Second interview. Inside the U.S., second interview, Yolan, for I-130. If you have a second interview, that means that immigration is doubting your marriage, relationship, or whatever basis you're filing for that green card, okay? So second interview, I really feel you need to lawyer up. I don't advise people to go to a second interview without an attorney or without an attorney prepping you prior to the interview, Yolan. So if you would like our office to assist you, we do assist with prep. So you can, this would be a $100 consultation because I would want to see your history. So you can go to our website, GailLaw.com, GailLaw.com, or just hashtag us on a simple internet search. Hashtag GailLaw, hashtag GailLaw. I have a few websites that may come up, MyOrlandoImmigrationLawyer.com, MyUSImmigrationLawyer.com, GailLaw.com. Get on our website, book your appointment, or send us a text to 407-292-7730. Pay the $100, and we can prep you for the interview. I do a video interview where I interview you like an officer will, and I give you about 300 sample questions. I give you a list of documents to take to the interview. But it's very important, Yolan, that if you're going or if anybody's being asked to go to an initial interview or a second interview, that you get the advice of attorney. Remember, interviews are administrative hearings. A lot of people don't believe that. An interview with immigration is a federal administrative hearing. Everything you say can be used against you. Every statement that you make is testimony that can be used against you if an officer chooses to deny you and then put you into immigration court. So you should take this stuff very seriously. I go to immigration and I see a lot of people walking in without attorneys. You need to understand that you could be putting yourself in deeper problems by offering testimony to an officer that can hurt you. Okay, in very simple layman terms. Is it a problem when filing if my husband's surname not on my marriage certificate? No, you can I get this question a lot. If you're marrying, you don't have to take your husband's last name. It doesn't look bad for immigration purposes. Immigration's not looking at that. What they're looking at is what evidence and what documents are you providing us to show that you are in a good faith marriage with your spouse, that you're commingling finances. If you are just tuning in, I am Immigration Attorney Gail Seeram, hashtag GailLaw. Been practicing immigration law for 25 years. We are based in Orlando, but we can help you with your immigration matters all over the U.S. and all over the world. We have clients all over the world, and we're happy to help you guys. What we would like you to do is share, share, share. I will stay on for another 15 minutes. We're going to try to do this for an hour, at least once a month. If you have to follow us so you can get updates on these live sessions. You can follow us on TikTok and YouTube at My U.S. Immigration Lawyer. And we also, on Facebook, we have a Facebook group, My U.S. Immigration Lawyer, or just search Gail Seeram. But GailLaw, if you hashtag GailLaw, you're going to find everything for us, or send me an email. Gail@GailLaw.com. So if you're going to send an email to Gail, Gail, at GailLaw.com. We can also add you to our newsletter, and you will get updates from our office. But if you have a question and you don't really want to set a consultation, you want to see if I can give you an answer, try emailing me, and that's Gail@GailLaw.com, Gail@GailLaw.com. Again, I encourage you to just go on the internet and hashtag GailLaw. Z-Love, my son had an appointment and get interviewed, and they refused his visa because I'm not in the U.S. Okay. I'm a little bit lost by that question, but be more than happy to look at that for you, Z. If you can, if you want to email me, Gail@GailLaw.com, or if you just want to go ahead and set an appointment, it would be $100 for that consultation since there is a prior filing. But I would want to see the letter from the embassy. So when someone is refused a visa, you get a letter from the embassy, and it would say under what basis of the law they're refusing to issue the visa. And that's really what we want to look at. How long does it take for a travel document? They're taking about 14 months. And I just had someone text and say it's taking that long. So they are taking a while. My husband is urgently waiting 7 months for his social and work permit. Those are normally issued 3 to 6 months if you recently filed. If you haven't received it yet, there may be a problem with the filing. From what I'm seeing here online, a lot of you guys are filing these petitions on your own without an attorney, and then you're coming and saying, well, it's taking long. You guys, you got to do this once and do it right, and do it with an attorney. When you guys are filing this stuff on your own and it's taking long, it's because there's a problem there, okay? So, we're more than happy to look at it and give you an opinion, but in these cases where it's taking long, most likely you're going to get a request for evidence from immigration or a notice of intent to deny from immigration. Both these notices, request for evidence and a notice of intent to deny, are asking you for more evidence. Give us more evidence before we can make a decision. If you get any of these notices, you need to contact our office, upload a copy of that document, and then set a time where we can talk and I can give you some advice and what you need to do to move forward. Because at the end of the day, if your case is denied here in the U.S., you've already overstayed, you filed. If your case is denied, I have a video on YouTube. Denials equal deportation. If you are denied, your case will then be forwarded to immigration court for deportation hearings because you have no status in the country, and then an immigration judge can't take action. So, this is very important. It's very important to do the process correctly, submit the right documents so you can get an approval. Okay. Want to break up with my partner, don't have 10-year card. Okay. So Marlon, if you have sounds like you have a 2-year residency, and normally residency cards are issued in a 2-year time period when the marriage is less than 2 years. And when the card expires in 2 years, before the card expiration, you have to file a petition. You can file this petition with your spouse, or you can also file this petition seeking a waiver. Okay, Marlon? So you do not have to file it with your spouse. You can't file that petition on your own. The important advice is that you have to file the petition. If your card is expiring in 2 years, then you have to file the petition to remove your conditional residency to get your permanent residency. You have to file that petition at least 90 days prior to the card expiration. When you file that petition to remove your conditional residency to get your 10-year card, you could either file it jointly or you can file it on your own seeking a waiver, Marlon. So you can file it seeking a waiver on the grounds that your marriage was entered into good faith but has now terminated, and you can still get approved. I just had 2 cases last week. We filed seeking a waiver and we got approved in both cases. So Marlon, you would just have to call our office, 407-292-7730, or go to our website, GailLaw.com, and hit the blue button and set your appointment, okay? Consular process. Yes, consular process, they do need to see the taxes. Consular process means that when the file's at the Visa Center, which is the step 2, that's when you will have to upload taxes, employment verification letter, and W-2s for the petitioner. Okay, if the petitioner income is not enough, then the petitioner can ask for a joint sponsor. If you are just now tuning in, you are listening to Immigration Attorney Gail Seeram. We are here to answer your questions this evening. If you have a question, go ahead and chat that question on TikTok, YouTube or Facebook. We have 3 phones going here this evening answering your questions. We are almost at 3,000 likes this evening on our TikTok. We appreciate, I think we have about 200 people right now. We appreciate your time here on this Monday evening. We want to answer your questions. We have about 9 minutes left. So if you guys can share this link so people see that we are here this evening answering your questions. We've had about 100 questions so far. I'm trying my best to answer all the questions. And deportation order released by ICE. Okay, well, with that one King Kwan, that is a case that we would ask it would require a $100 consultation fee, and we will want to see the records. Abdullah is asking about a seal or expunge drug paraphernalia case. Let's talk about sealed and expunge, because I've had some people not understand that. When a case is sealed or expunged, all it means is that you are hiding it from public records or from public view. It does not mean that the case goes away. If the case is sealed or expunged, we need to look at what the final disposition was. What did the judge say? Was it no information? Was it a no they prosecute? Was it adjudication withheld? Was it guilty? Was it not guilty? The only way a criminal case disappears as if it never happened is if it's vacated. So when it's sealed or expunged, immigration will require you to unseal it so they can see it. Okay, so if you would like to file for citizenship, but you have that sealed or expunged case, Abdullah, it's $100 for the consultation. Go to our website, GailLaw.com, click on the blue button, book your appointment, pay the $100 consultation fee, and we would be able to review those records and advise you on citizenship when you can apply and if you can apply, okay? A lot of times you would have to wait 5 years from the arrest before you can, or from when, before you can apply for citizenship. Because for citizenship, you have to establish good character, okay? Good moral character. So 5 years prior to filing, or 3 years in some circumstances, you have to show you've had no bad acts, no arrests, nothing negative in your character before you can apply for U.S. citizenship. I-601A waiver, Faniha. You have filed on the provisional waiver. That means you entered unlawfully and you overstayed. You filed since 2021. Yes, I have some cases I filed since 2021 and they are still pending. So that is about, it's taken about 3 years, 4 years for those decisions. And that's just because a lot of people have filed those waivers and there are a lot of people ahead of you and they're still making those decisions. So unfortunately, you would have to continue to wait on a decision on that. Go ahead and like us. Go ahead and continue to share. We have a countdown, 5 more minutes. Thank you for all these spring blooms and all these hearts. It just looks really nice coming across my screen. I see we are popular. We are popular live this evening. We are at 3,500 likes in just an hour. I appreciate all the love. So let me see. Everyone who is on TikTok right now, if you can all just hit the like button. So I want to see a whole stream of hearts. Let's see some likes coming through here. So if you like the information we're giving, if you've tuned in, if you've learned at least one thing new about immigration this evening, let's see the hearts flow. Let's see that you are enjoying this session. It keeps the information flowing to know that I'm dedicating an hour of my time and I'm helping somebody. So I really appreciate all these hearts. Look at all these hearts coming through. So we're looking at, wow, look at that, 4.2 likes, 4.3 likes. Let's make it 4.4. There we are, 4.4. And in another second, I'm sure, there we are, 4.5. So 4,600 likes. Thank you guys very much. Okay, let's go back to questions. Looks like we're going to hit 5,000 likes. Can a guy sponsor his newly married wife if he is legally married to another wife outside the U.S.? No. You have to end that prior marriage outside the U.S. before you can marry a wife in the U.S. and then file for her, okay? A marriage that's legal outside the U.S. is still legally recognized in the U.S., Cammie. So that spouse has to divorce the wife outside the U.S. before he marries a wife inside the U.S., okay? Anything for DACA? DACA, you could only renew right now. DACA is deferred action for childhood arrival. DACA right now is only renewals. It's still pending in the courts. Remember, Trump ended DACA, and it's been battling in the courts since then, and we're still waiting. And then the Supreme Court said DACA was valid. Then it went back down. Texas appealed that decision, filed a new decision, a new action to end DACA. So DACA is still pending back in the courts. So we don't have a permanent word. And DACA is just deferred action for childhood arrival. It's just that they're going to defer deportation and give you a work permit, okay? And I'm going to go through these last set of questions because 3 minutes we're off here. Wow, we have someone here from, are most of your clients from Eastern Europe or Latin America? Yes, Mike, I do have a lot, and Asia. I have a lot of clients in Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, Latin America, all over the world. Like we said, we have clients from all over the world trying to come to the U.S. If I want to go through the marriage-based green card, can I get married abroad or only U.S.? Yes, you can get married abroad and you can get married in the U.S. Be more than happy to set a consultation to discuss that. We are almost hitting 6,000 likes. Thank you guys so much. If you are married in a country abroad where the marriage is legally recognized abroad, then it is legally recognized in the U.S., okay? So, Sam, if you're thinking about getting married to someone outside the U.S., go to our website, GailLaw.com, GailLaw.com. hit the blue button, book your appointment online, okay? Well, thank you, LB, for joining us this evening. Just like you were thanking me, undocumented immigrants married U.S. citizen. Okay, well, Roshan may be able to get status. It depends. Might have to do a provisional waiver to waive unlawful entry, unlawful presence. We have to see. But if you just enter with a visitor visa and overstay, then yes, you can marry the U.S. citizen and still get a green card. The issue is when you enter unlawfully, meaning not with a visa, enter by land, enter with someone else's documents. That's when we have to file a waiver asking for forgiveness for those actions. 2 more minutes, guys. So get your questions in. And I'm trying to go through these questions. 10 new messages. Okay, I'm a citizen. My husband is on DACA. What would be the best situation? If you're a citizen, then you should look to file for your husband because DACA is not leading to a green card right now, Crystal. So go to our website, book an appointment, and let's talk about how we can help your husband. Can you enter unlawfully, then leave, then come back lawfully? If you enter unlawfully and then you left, then you self-deported yourself. You accumulated what we call unlawful presence, Mike. So then if to come back lawfully, you would have to have a qualifying petitioner file for you, and you might have to seek a waiver. So you have to file a waiver to ask for forgiveness for your prior unlawful entry and your prior unlawful presence, okay? So it's a bit complicated. Be more than happy to help you, but again, that's going to be a consultation for $100. And 1 more minute, other than marriage, what other way can I get papers? If you're here in the U.S. unlawfully and you've overstayed and you want to get a green card here in the U.S., it's either through marriage to a U.S. citizen or if you have a child over 21, that's a U.S. citizen. And with that being said, it is 7:30, guys. We've hit our 1-hour mark. Again, this is Immigration Attorney Gail Seeram. You have just been live with us for the past hour. We are up to nearly 6,200 likes. That means for the past hour, we have answered many questions. You guys have at least learned something new, and hopefully this was valuable to you guys. If you want to send me an email, it's gail@GailLaw.com. The best way to get all of my info is just go on the internet and hashtag GailLaw. Hashtag, which is the number sign, GailLaw, all one word, hashtag GailLaw, hashtag GailLaw. You will reach our website, book an appointment, send me an email, follow us on all of these social media sites because we are on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, on all these devices, and we're on Instagram, but right now I only could talk on 3 phones. But until next time, we do these sessions every month. So stay tuned, and we will see you again, friends. We appreciate you. I appreciate you joining us this evening. It has been an awesome evening with you all.